What's up, y'all? Y'all don't get sick of this color scheme. Really, we're not. We're actually using... So, today we're going to use the Welcome Fall sign. This is MD0774. And y'all, it's in that turquoise and orange and black and white color combo. So, I want to say the other day, I said, you know what, you can really get about 3 wreaths out of the rolls of ribbon, like a set. So I have 2 2.5 inch and 2 1.5 inch. I've already done 2 big deco mesh wreaths using the same ribbon in the tails and in the bows. And now we're going to do a grapevine wreath with our leftovers. So you can really, if you really figure it out correctly, you can get 3 wreaths out of 2 2.5 inch rolls of ribbon and 2 1.5 inch rolls of ribbon. Now, does that always work? No. But for me, it has. So that's what's really great. I'm able to really stretch that dollar a little bit more. I am using a 14-inch grapevine, and the first things first, y'all, we're gonna attach this sign. Now, this sign, what's great about it is it already has holes drilled into it. Good morning, y'all. Okay, so we are just attaching that sign with this pipe cleaner. Now, if you don't want to use the pipe cleaners through those holes, you can use cable mount ties if you wanted to. It's up to you. I like using the holes that are already pre-drilled in it. What's going on, y'all? So this is a really popular color combination. It's the turquoise and orange and black and white. Now, I don't know if I want to add a touch of black and white. I do have this little piece left over. We might just do that, y'all. I don't know. Who knows? But I chose everything around this sign. I chose some pumpkin stems. Now, there are some at shoplikejordan.com. I don't know if there's orange ones available. But y'all, these came from Hobby Lobby. I got these last year. But I was just in Hobby Lobby on Saturday. It's June 30th, and I was just in Hobby Lobby for 2022. And I did see the orange. I haven't seen the leather color ones, but I did see the orange, and I saw navy blue, cream, green, burgundy, so some turquoise pampas grass, because I really love this. I got this at the At Home store. I don't know if it's in their summer collection, but that's where I got this from. And y'all, did y'all just see the lights flicker? Some turquoise and orange 60919, and then my favorite 81132. I have 2 pieces left over from another project, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use another one. Okay, so first we're gonna make our bow. So someone asked, quick question. I know most leave the extra tinsel ties on. If using pipe cleaners, do you leave them on as well or trim the extra? So for me personally, I leave all my twist ties on. I've never cut them off, nothing. I know Coach Mel from Sincerely Creative Mom, who's also one of our creative coaches in the creative coaching group. She does a pancake style wreath, and she trims her pipe cleaners down. Once she's added everything in, she trims it down. Okay? So let's see, y'all. Let's see what we can come up with. So y'all, like I said, I don't have very much ribbon left on that roll. On those rolls. I think I have like a yard of ribbon each. A little over a yard on some of them. So that's how much after a yard. So I have like a yard and a foot. So I have about 48 inches on one, and then about 40 inches on the other. So yeah, we're really working with our leftovers here. So this one I have a little bit more. This one I have about 2 yards left over. Y'all, the lights keep flickering off and on. And that's really concerning me because last week we lost power for about half the day. And then this one I have about a yard left of the leopard. Okay, so like I said, we're using all of our extras. All of our little leftovers. Not so much our extras, but we're using our leftovers. Okay, so I am going to add this touch of black and white. Let's see, y'all. Oh, I can. Okay, so we're going to make 2 10-inch loops. So this is kind of going to act as our little button bow. Like, I know some like to use that little bit of ribbon on the inner part of that bow. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make our little button. Normally I don't do that, but what the heck, y'all. It's the last of it. It's not going to hurt anybody. Okay, so then we're going to make 2 more 10-inch loops. Okay, oh yeah, that's going to be pretty. We're going to bring in that leopard, and that's going to be 11-inch loops. Hoping I can get 11-inch loops. Maybe not. I can't, y'all. But you know what? That's okay. Okay, so don't give up. We don't want to give up here. Someone's trying to make a full bow and a half bow, and it was a disaster. Y'all, it's okay. Practice makes perfect. Just set the bow down, and then go and relax by the pool, or go stroll through the craft store. but don't give up. I remember when we were kids, they taught us our ABCs. Y'all, no one ever wrote a perfect A the first time, so that's okay. So I'm going to take that last piece of ribbon that I have left and just fold it in half and make a tail. Bring my pipe cleaner, my zip tie. Right, y'all, giving up is not an option. Okay, so y'all, we really used all of our leftover ribbons. Because I know sometimes people look at that last bit of the roll, and if they don't have multiples of that extra available, they look at them and they're like, what can I do with that? You can actually do a lot with those still. Okay, so that's what our bow looks like so far. Some of the tails are a little long. I will go back through and I will trim those in a second. But it's all of our leftover ribbons. So we have our little button ribbon, which was a leftover. 2 10-inch loops. 4 10-inch loops, and then 2 11-inch loops of the leopard and the plaid. And then we came in with that leftover tail and added that in. So now we're just going to fluff out our ribbon, fluff out our tails, trim them where they need to be trimmed. That one definitely needs to be trimmed. So like I said, we used our leftover ribbon on this, and I know as a fellow ribbon collector, I know we all have those rolls that we just have that 1 or 2 yards left on it. We don't know what to do with it. Y'all, did y'all know that that's also a great way to make some money at craft shows? Make up different bows, different colors, different patterns. So I say different colors, different patterns, but sometimes I go off of what I've already made for my craft show. So if I've made a bunch of red and lime green and I have extra, I'm gonna make a bunch of red and lime green bows. People pay for bows, y'all. So I have curled them up, but y'all look how cute that bow looks right there. And no one would ever know it's leftovers. Okay. So we're gonna bring in our orange 60919. Hopefully they get their shipment soon. I do know that they said that it's on the way. Now on the way, of course, means different things. I don't think it's stateside yet. I think it's still on a boat somewhere or a port. But y'all know that the minute this gets back in stock, everyone's going to go crazy. Because there's some new fall colors in it. Which is what I'm excited about. I definitely start at $15 for a bow like this. Okay, so we're going to come in with that orange 60919, come underneath that bow. Remember to direct some of that greenery to the back of your bow. You want to make sure that you can see it and it creates that nice flow. Someone said they're worried they won't buy them. That's okay. You know, I'm not saying that my craft shows are always perfect. No. I usually overmake a lot of stuff. Y'all, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have a cargo trailer right now that is parked in our yard that is full of leftovers from that craft show. But I keep all that stuff because you never know. Someone will be like, remember you had that wreath that was on that back corner and it was blue and white and it had a really pretty snowflake on it, and you're going to be like, huh? Well, then you can look back and be like, okay, I have that. I still have that. And they're like, oh, I'm interested in it still, blah, blah, blah. So, because sometimes that does happen to me, y'all. After our craft show is done, I'll have people message me like, hey, did you sell that wreath that was on that back corner? And then, like, I have to go back and look in the pictures, and I'm like, look in the cargo trailer? No. But, that's okay if they don't sell, y'all. I have a tote in there that's made of nothing but bows that were just leftovers. You know, it also offers your customer a different price point when you add in doing some bows, because maybe I have the problem too, and I don't want to say it's not a problem. It really isn't, but honestly, not everyone can afford a $165 wreath. But sometimes you'll get that one customer that just wants that bow for their Christmas tree, and they want to put it at the top. That bow's $20, $15. A majority of people have $20 sitting in their wallet. Y'all, I am loving the way this is looking. Getting a little excited here. Okay. So now we're going to bring in the turquoise 60919. And I'm going to split this up. Now, y'all know I'm a whole stem person. I use the whole stem like I did with the orange. But I need to disperse this just a little bit more evenly than the way they have it on that whole stem. So someone asked, do I have business cards that you give out at craft shows or events? So I used to, but I didn't last year because I realized I have 2 phone numbers. And the phone number that is on my business card is actually like my personal phone number. So yeah, I decided not to give those out anymore. But I am this year, I will have with my new phone number on there. Someone asked, how do you display your bows? So I have about 60 panels of grid wall that I use, y'all. I use that for my display. I create a big, huge. I basically build a fortress around where I am at. So that's where so I make my whole wall, and then like I start categorizing it by color. I'm a color person, and I like some separation. I don't like them all like mixed up together. So I'll start off with like a collection of like gingerbread, and then I'll work into red and white, and then I'll do red and lime green. And usually red and lime green is my largest selection, just because I know that that's what sells. For me, it sells really well. Then I'll kind of go into like a few naturals and then like a few different fun designs. But yeah, I use grid panels. I use grid wall to display that. So I'll choose a whole section and I'll put different bows on it. Yo, I'm so used to using that little glue gun. I'm working on wreath attachment, so that's why I always have that little glue gun on. But this morning I had to turn on the big one. So I'm like, hey, I get to use the big glue gun for creating today. So that's what I do have. I do have all of that grid panel. Like I said, like, I'm not even exaggerating. I think it's like at least 60 or 70 panels of grid wall. And I'll tell you, when I do my craft show, I want it to be an experience. I really do. So I don't just do wreaths, y'all. I do, because where I live, there's no one in town that sells like home decor, candles, pillows, aprons, towels, kitchen towels, stuff like that from some wholesalers. So I also bring that in. We also sell baked goods. So I mean, it's kind of like a one-stop shop. That's kind of my thing. Like, I want you to be able to find what you're looking for and get it there. Now, I talk about this show like if it's like a whole week thing, y'all. It's not. It's a 2-day show. It is a 2-day show. That's it. But it's just one of those, like, I've done it. So this will be my 14th year doing it, y'all. I've been doing that show for 14 years. And every year just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Will I ever find the stopping point? Probably. I think this year might be the stopping point of where it's going to stop getting bigger. I'm happy with the size of booth I have, so I don't think I need to go any bigger. I don't need to go bigger, it can only get better. So I do have a community number. That's the one I'm going to put putting on the business cards now. They can text me there if they want to. So someone said, I'm new to this. Is it too early to sell Halloween, fall, and Christmas wreaths at a craft show? No. No. So I would take it. I would definitely be bringing fall and Halloween. I would be bringing back to school. And if you're talking about the end of June or the end of July, then I would definitely hit on the Christmas in July option. And here's what you do. You offer a discount just for July. Because it's Christmas in July. Everybody loves a good discount, y'all. I know I do. So I'm going to cut 6 pieces of this. So definitely, I don't think it's too early. If you're selling on like Etsy and different platforms, definitely want to start putting some fall and Christmas in your Etsy shops. So I'm bringing in some more of that orange coloring with that 81132. Yo, I don't even know what this is actually called, but I just call it the 81132. It was a bush that shoplikeJordan.com had. I believe it is sold out, but I think if you do a quick Google search of 81132-GD, you should be able to find it at some other places. Okay, so we're just adding in some of this. And I'm not a glue pot person, y'all. I used to be. That's when I had a larger work area. And right now I'm kind of cramped in this little work area. And it's kind of driving me a little crazy as of lately, because I'm just like, how am I going to do this for Christmas? How am I going to do this for homecoming? You know, different things like that. So I've definitely got to rework this work area of mine. Okay, so just adding in that 81132. Just kind of filling in some of the little gaps and cracks that I see. Now I'm going to tell y'all, this pampas grass is really popular all over the place. It comes in a bunch of different colors. You can practically find it just about anywhere now. This one did come from the at-home store. It was, I think, part of their spring section, but I'm not 100% sure. I just picked up a few bundles that I found. I was like, oh, I can use that. Okay, so finding an opening here in this grapevine. I really love the color of this pampas grass as well. And And this came from the at-home store, y'all. Now the at-home store right now is currently starting to get some of their fall and Halloween goodies in. I've been seeing it on some of the other platforms, so I'm like, think I need to go see what they have. And I did, and mine didn't have anything. I was like, dang it. But they will soon. Last year I bought a lot of stuff when I went to one out of town because mine was a little far behind schedule. There we go. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Love that, y'all. Look how pretty that looks. Now that turquoise is just a little different coloring, but you know what? I think it gives a nice contrast to it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this pumpkin stem and see where I'm going to place some of these pumpkins, because this has little curls on it, so I can curl those up. Also, someone said it is June 30th, 2022, that all their summer floral is on sale right now. Huh. Y'all trying to make me go shop. Yo, I just packed away all my summer florals, so I don't need anything. And how many times have I said I don't need anything, and then I end up buying stuff? Yeah. Okay, so I was only able to cut this up into 2 pieces. But you know what? That's okay, because I've got a piece right here and a piece right here. Ooh, y'all. I tell y'all, that big glue gun gets really, really hot. And that's the one I love to use for homecoming, because it really bonds everything together. So we're not adding a lot of pumpkins, but we're adding in just that little touch of pumpkins, because there are some pumpkins in that truck sign. There's some pumpkins in the bed of that truck. I'm trying to see something, y'all. this little snip. Okay, so y'all, there's our wreath. If I can turn it the right way. There we go. Look how pretty that came out. And notice, I want y'all to take notice of something. I attached that sign first because it says welcome fall. And guess what? There's really hardly any florals or ribbon covering any of those words. And no one would ever know that all of this was just leftover ribbon. Okay, so out of all of those two 2.5-inch rolls and the two 1.5-inch rolls, we were able to make 3 projects using the exact same ribbons in every single one of them. So I added, so this one has, I added the black and white on the edge. This one I didn't add any of that black and white, but I made a full bow. This one only has a little half bow, and then this one has a full bow as well. But look how pretty that looks. Okay. Do I do any Thanksgiving wreaths? So we did this one. I want to say it may be on Facebook. I can't remember, but I did do this one last week. Really cute fall Thanksgiving wreath. It says Autumn Splendor, but I love the way that ribbon looks in it. Okay, so y'all, look at those little bit extra rolls of ribbon that you have just laying around. Like, I know I used to keep like a basket of my extras or leftovers, and I would just put them all in there. And I used to do that because sometimes those rolls are cut like a foot short or something, so you can't make that extra tie, that extra wreath, that extra ribbon tail. So I would go through and be like, okay, I found a piece, that's great. So y'all, go through those extra ribbons that you have, those leftovers, the ones that have like a yard on it. Make some bows either for some craft shows. You can make bows for different designs, wreaths, swags, whatever you need to do. But y'all, use up that stuff that you have. I'm trying to do that as well, just because I know I have a lot of stuff. But like I said, use up those extras that you have. Okay, but for now, y'all, that is all I have. I should see y'all tomorrow again here on YouTube at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Facebook right now, for me personally, is not going very good. So I don't know. We're trying to figure it out if I'm be able to go live on Facebook again soon. If not, y'all will see me here every Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on the YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna make it a point to come live every day that I can. So y'all, that's all I have for y'all. I hope you'll have a good rest of your day.